Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Emily Rose Sabin, and today I know I always say a lot that I have a special guest. But you know what? This one is really something different, and I'll tell you the reason why it's different because she is my hermana princesa. So that means she's my sister princess. So with this one, and before before I let Cruz introduce herself, uh, I just wanted to say, Cruz, thank you so much for the
You're
privilege
welcome.
of your time, for giving me this chance that I can interview you. And guys, thank you for tuning in, by the way. And I really wanted to say, sometimes start from the beginning saying that thank you because sometimes I might forget because I am excited and depending on my guest. So with this one is that Cruz, she's a very nice mom. I've seen her lovely daughter, her kids. I've seen them, and they're so gorgeous, just like the mommy. We were just saying in Spanish, muchas belleza.
Belleza.
Belleza, yeah. So that means she's so beautiful in a, like huge. So I really love her. And anyway, so before we go further, okay, Cruz, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is CRUZ Hernandez. I work at the Province Library. I do registrations for English class, citizenship, and computer classes.
Yeah, so see that, kids, in the near future when you need a citizenship, she's the one. If you need registration, ta-da! So you better be good and know the princess. So you go through me, then I'll go to my sister princess. Okay. So, guys, this morning, I am just really happy to have Cruz because this was like all the, we planned for this, but not this very moment. So this is kind of instant and we are live. So no editing on this one as far as I will always say. So Cruz, one thing I wanted to ask you, do you love to read?
Yes.
Okay, so as far as you can remember, it's not that far yet, how young when you started reading?
So I started reading when I was 17.
Okay, so do you remember the books that you loved to read when you were 17?
Yes, I used to read, oh my God, I forgot again, The Little,
Red Riding Hood?
yes,
Oh.
yeah, that's my favorite book.
Yeah, wow. And I think I know the reason why she loves the Little Red Riding Hood. Those were the eyes, the ears, especially the teeth.
Yes.
Because I know them because I read it to the kids as well. So anyway, what do you call this one? One thing I wanted to ask you about, did your parents ever read to you when you were younger or you were just the one who decided to read for yourself?
Yes, they never read to me when I was younger. I decided to read. Because I just love to read now. And then when I had my kids, that was one of the first things that I had to do. Read since they were in my belly, all the way to now.
Yeah, that's a good advice. And I know there are also parents that are watching this one. So, parents, thank you, by the way, for tuning in as well, not just your kids. So, it's really a good advice, and it's really good that even your kids are still in your tummy, you can read to them
Yes.
because they can hear you and you can also talk to them. That's a really good advice, even from the doctors.
Yes.
And when your kids are born, I believe they love to read, and it kind of because, they say whatever the mom is doing, how they feel, everything goes to the kid. So the child that you're bearing, everything, the kid absorbs it like a sponge. So there's another thing I wanted to ask you. When you were younger, do you have any superheroes?
Yes. My superheroes always is princesses. I love princess movies. I love princess books. Yeah, so that's why we call each other princesses.
Yes. So anyway, my sister princess. So let me ask. There are a lot of princesses: Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Belle, the Beauty and the Beast, Ariel, the Mermaid, Cinderella. So who among the princesses, aside from myself and yourself, just kidding, aside from
I
us
love
being
all of
the
them.
princess?
Yes. But Cinderella, her dress is so beautiful. Snow White too. So that was my favorite ones.
Oh, so I'm just kind of curious. I know they're my favorite as well. I mean, we love all of them, right? But what part of like Cinderella do you like, or the thing? Just anything aside from the dresses. You know how she I'm sorry, like you know how she, because she had a stepmother. I'm not even gonna go there. I think that's not even a good part. You know, they're in the mean sisters. We are actually the happy princesses, so we're just gonna leave it there. So we're just gonna skip it. You know, we'll just wanna be happy ones.
Yes.
So okay, another thing I wanted to ask you. When you were growing up, do you have anything that you were thinking what you wanted to be? You know, like how what you wanted to be when you grow up. I mean, that's I guess the question there. Like
Yes. So I always want to be a social worker, case manager, because I always like to help people, help kids, encourage them to read, encourage to finish school, encourage that they have, if they have somebody to help, I will be there for them, for the parents, because always the parents and kids need somebody to listen to them. So that was my goal, to be a social worker.
yeah, you know what? Being a social worker is not even an easy job because you get all the brunt of the days how the their day is even going. Also, if things doesn't go their way, people get mad at you and you think you don't want to help them. But I just wanted to let you know. So if ever you wanted to be a social worker or anything around that area, help people and such stuff, actually CRUZ, she is really good. I mean, she's helping a lot of people, she's helping a lot of kids, and in a way she's kind of like sort of a counselor for me. So she's really doing an awesome, fabulous job. And then so now one of the things I wanted to ask you, now at the moment, did you see that you're gonna be like this, that this is gonna be your profession, helping people from the, you know, from the beginning?
So I always like to help the community since I was younger, because I went through a lot when I was little, and I see my mom suffering and going through a lot of situations with no money, no job in Puerto Rico. So when I grew up, when I was 17, 18, always help the community to see how I can help them. So I do see myself right now what I'm doing, helping the people out there how to any questions, like anything about citizenship, anything about English, anything about any help that they need, and I can help them. That's me. I love it. I just love to help the students, community, and everybody.
Yeah, that is really so true. So, CRUZ, another thing is there any word, a motto, or a saying that you live by as you were growing? I mean, as you're getting older, to keep you, you know, like you're saying this to remind yourself. Is there?
So I used to tell, still my kids, sky is the limit. No matter what, you never be afraid. If you want to go for this, you always go. Don't look back. It's a lot of challenge that you're gonna go through it, but you just go and do it. Because then the years are gonna pass, and you're like, oh my God, I should have done this, and you didn't. So that's why you always have to go. And you want to do this, always do it. And the other one, it's funny, but I love it. It's don't worry, be happy.
Oh, I
love that one.
Yeah.
Because life is not easy, so you just don't worry, just be happy and keep going.
Yeah. So, wow, that's one of the things that I really like. You know, there's a lot of motto saying that people have, but that's even a short one that has so big meaning that we really don't have to worry, but always be happy. And no matter what's going around you, don't worry about it. What matters is what you're doing is good, and then you're fine. And like I always tell, and I do really remind myself every day, I say, do something good, always do something good every day. So, and now that Cruz is a mom, like we have said earlier. So this is the part I know you mentioned that your parents doesn't read to you.
Mm-hmm.
But do you? I know the answer, okay, but I have to ask her. So, as a mom now, do you read to your kids?
Yes, I read to my kids. Now they're older.
Yeah.
One is 25, the other one is 19.
Oh.
But when they were little, I used to read. My kids love to read now. And they always said, thanks, Mom, to push us to read. Because I think it was at the middle school, my son or my daughter, they hate it. They don't want to read because they've been reading since they were little. I always read to them. So when the middle school come, they're like, no, I don't want to do the summer reading. I say, yes. And now they appreciate that I pushed them to read because it helped them on their career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's a good one. So, kids, I hope you're listening to this one and you're really paying attention. That you also really have to listen to your mom because your parents doesn't tell you things that you will not succeed. They always look after for your future because they have been there.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have to pay attention and listen to your parents. So see how grateful Cruz's kids are. So
Yes.
you out there, you're still growing, you're still going, we're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have to listen and then really you have to read. And so now, you mentioned, right, that your kids love to read
Yes.
now. So
Yes.
see, yeah, also parents, if you're reading to your kids, it's a good influence because when your kids see you reading, they would also say, I like to read as well. So now in closing, I wish this would not end, but like any other interviews I have, we have to end it, which is we can go on all day, but sadly, in a good way, for the next ones to come. So if you have any question, kids, just send it to me and I'll have Cruz answer them, and then she'll be really willing to answer you. So in closing, like I said, do you have any advice or wisdom you can give to the kids like you do to your children? Okay.
First, read. Keep reading. Even my son is 25. He still go to the libraries. He loves go to the libraries, grab books. He talk about it with his sister, with me. So it's like a little, they get together and have like a little small book club between them. So it's something that it's good. Never, how I was gonna say, don't give up on anything. Go for everything that you want. And don't worry about what people think about you.
Yeah.
As long as you're happy with yourself, just keep going. Just don't worry about what they talk, what they think. Just keep going, keep doing good things, keep reading, keep positive. Don't worry, be happy. And just be happy, please.
Yeah. Okay. Again, Cruz, I was kind of mesmerized with those. And then, thank you so much for the privilege of your time.
Thank you.
And I just really wanted to say this in Spanish. And with Cruz, she's also Spanish. Muchas gracias,
De nada.
princesa. Muy bonita.
Muchísimas gracias. Lean mucho.
Yes. So for this time, we just wanted to say good night, everyone, and good morning coming from here live in the United States. And we just wanted to say, hasta wave, Princess Wave. Bye.
Adios.
Till next time.
Bye-bye.